Opposition Senator Peter Bunting slams Prime Minister Andrew Holness for attending the funeral of Usain Bolt's father while staying silent on the missing millions in the SSL scandal. With national trusts on the line and general elections approaching, this explosive video breaks down the drama, the strategy, and the high-stakes political battle that could shape Jamaica's future. Don't miss this deep dive into the controversy, the conflict, and the political chess game happening right now. What you really doing at Bolt's father funeral, Prime Minister? Paying respects or dodging responsibility? By the end of this video, you will understand why one funeral is now at the center of Jamaica's next big political showdown. So, picture this. A high-profile funeral. The father of sprint icon Usain Bolt has passed away. Wellesley Bolt, beloved, respected, and deserving of a proper farewell. The Prime Minister himself shows up, so does half the cabinet. It's somber until Senator Peter Bunting walks in with verbal fireworks. Yes, while the PM was laying wreaths, Peter Bunting was lighting political torches. And no, me no mean say Peter Bunting did a burn out the Prime Minister at the funeral. No, Senator Bunting was speaking at the Knockpatrick Divisional Conference in Manchester on Sunday. So full context and background. Peter Bunting didn't just show up to the funeral. He showed up to call out the Prime Minister. The issue, SSL, Stocks and Securities Limited, and a little something called over 12 million US dollars missing from Usain Bolt's account. Poof, gone. Because apparently the Prime Minister had time for Bolt's funeral, but not for adequate explanation about the Bolt family's missing fortune. According to Bunting, this isn't just tone deaf, it's strategic. Appear at the funeral, look sympathetic, but dodge accountability. And let's be honest, Bolt is a national treasure. If this could happen to him, what about the rest of us? But here's where it gets even stickier. The PM may have more to fear than Bunting's criticism, and it all comes down to timing. You see, Professor Floyd Morris, PNP spokesperson on housing, added gasoline to the fire. He claims Holness is stalling the general elections out of fear. Quoting Morris, no matter the date, JLP are gonna get a beating. So let's recap. SSL scandal still unresolved. Over 200 Jamaicans affected. Bolt's money still missing. Holness shows up at the funeral. Still no real government answers. It's almost like attending the funeral was less about mourning Wellesley Bolt and more about political optics. As a political observer, I see a classic move here. Distraction through presence. Holness knows optics matter. Be seen with Bolt and you might score a few sympathy points. But Bunting isn't letting that slide. He's playing offense publicly, loudly, with just enough emotion to rile up his base. This isn't about a funeral anymore. This is a narrative war. And if you think it's just another political spat, wait until you hear what else is brewing behind the scenes with the SSL case. It might just explode before election season. So what's next? SSL scandal, still no charges, still no full government accounting. PNP strategy, amplify public anger, tie Holness to the scandal at every turn. Election delay, PM has until September, but the pressure pressure is mounting. Public sentiment polls show declining trust in government transparency, and Peter Bunting, he's now positioning himself as Mr. Accountable. Whether he is effective or not, that's another debate, but politically it's a savvy play. Here's a summary of the highlights and the key points. PM Holness attended Wellesley Bolt's funeral amid SSL scandal fallout. Peter Bunting criticizes the government's silence on Bolt's missing funds. PNP claims JLP is stalling elections due to fear of defeat. SSL scandal still unresolved, with major public backlash looming. High stakes political optics as election season approaches. Was Peter Bunting out of line for calling out the PM like that, or was it the truth Jamaica needed to hear? Sound off below in the comments. So let's hear what Peter Bunting has to say.
Our great track star iconic figure Usain Bolt lost his father, and it was his funeral today. And I watched a little bit of the coverage in the media, and see certain people are go down there to go take picture. I just want to know if when they were there, Comrade Mario, whether them tell Bolt where him SSL money there, because the man them really brazen, you know. Can't tell him what happened to him money all now. Can't tell all the other 200 people who are missing money where their money there. But yet them forward to go profile and take picture of the man father funeral. Man, they have no shame.
And Usain Bolt also had some words to say to the Prime Minister. Listen up.
Most Honorable Andrew Holness, all other protocols observed. Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks everybody for the prayers and the love and the well wishes and everything. Happy to see a big turnout. Thanks to all the listeners are coming and supporting. I feel the love and I really appreciate it. And I just want to say thanks for have mama now, so thank you very much.
Let's be fair, let's be balanced. Let's split justice. If the Prime Minister never go, he wouldn't get cussed out by the same people we are cussing him out, say he shouldn't show up. That's just the reality. I'm not ask nobody that. I saw Jamaican stay. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. No, that doesn't mean say this isn't about political optics from the Prime Minister side as well, because he knows say it ha go look bad if him no go. The country a go burn him out. Worse, he never lift a helping finger towards assisting or aiding Bolt to get back in money. You are the leader of the country. It gets no bigger than you. So if you never lift a helping hand to make you get back in money, well, I don't think nobody are going to see you at the funeral anyway. I mean, I am the national treasure, I'm a Bolt. And if something like this could have happened to me, you see me? And you, as the leader, never go above and beyond to make sure so the issue is resolved, and not just Bolt, but everybody were involved get some form of justice or resolution. It means the big rich, big wigs, we should have got prison, should have went to prison. And rumor has it that the PM never received a formal invitation to Bolt's father funeral. His name wasn't even on the program. He just showed up out of respect, while at the same time trying to score political points and sympathy points, just for the sake of, you know, getting in some political PR, some political optics, while Bunting a try score political point off of it as well by tying the Prime Minister to the SSL scandal at every turn or every chance where they get. And Bunting doing that is also a very effective political strategy as well. So you might feel like you know have no impact on the Prime Minister, but it actually does. You see me? Because I saw politics play. So both sides are play politics with the funeral funeral and with the death of Usain Bolt's father. That is very obvious. Let's hear what Professor Floyd Morris, PNP spokesperson on housing, have to say.
I want to know, why is it that in 2020, in the midst of COVID and 1 year before the election was constitutionally due, Andrew Holness called the election in the midst of the pandemic 1 year before the election was due. But now we are in 2025 and all we know is that the man hide and no one call the election. I want to tell Andrew Holness that if you call it in June, you're going to get a beating. If you call it in July, you're going to get a beating. If you call it in August, you're going to get a beating. We're not afraid of them, and we're going to give them a beating whenever them call the election.
So now it's on you, the Jamaican voter. Do you believe Holness is doing enough about SSL, or is Bunting right? Is this government playing optics while millions remain unaccounted for? Comment below, Team Bunting or Team Holness. This isn't just political drama. It's about trust, and if the Prime Minister can't give Jamaicans straight answers, maybe he's not ready for another term. And just when you thought this story was over, word on the ground is that a bombshell update on the SSL investigation is about to drop, and trust me, it could flip the script for both parties. Subscribe so you don't miss what could be the biggest twist in Jamaican politics this year.